to Country Cookin'. I'm your hostess, Cindy Schumacher. On today's show, we're going to be making chicken a la king, pretty fruit salad, savory rosemary buttermilk quick bread, and lemon glazed pound cake. So we're going to start with the lemon pound cake. I chose this because I thought this close to Easter, everybody is looking forward to spring, and lemony stuff is always kind of fun to have and serve in the spring, and this makes a very pretty presentation. So we're going to start with 3 cups of cake flour. If you don't have cake flour, I'm going to teach you a little secret. What you do is take your measuring cup. For every cup of cake flour that you need, you take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then fill your cup the rest of the way with all-purpose flour, so that would be 1 cup. So in this instance, I need 3 cups of cake flour, so you would do that 3 times. So it's 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, and then you fill it the rest of the way with all-purpose flour. So, but I thought it'd be fun. I usually don't buy cake flour, but I found it in the store, and I thought, well, we're going to use cake flour today, so I'm going to need 3 cups. It's kind of hard to use boxes, so I put all my flour and sugar in containers. So that's our 3 cups of cake flour. To that, I'm going to add 2 cups of white granulated sugar, a half teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of baking powder, okay. Now, you want to just take your mixer and get that blended real well. I've preheated my oven to 350, and I have a bundt pan that I have sprayed and dusted with flour. Okay, I have a 1.5 cups of salted butter that is softened. Get a spatula here. One-half cup of buttermilk that's room temperature. There again, if you don't have buttermilk, you can always do the trick to every 1 cup of buttermilk that you need, you add a tablespoon of either lemon juice or white vinegar, and then fill your cup the rest of the way. So got the buttermilk, and then 3 eggs. And now take your mixture at this point and blend it on low speed till you get it all mixed together. And then you want to beat this for about 2 minutes. So we'll probably take a break because you don't want to watch me mix for 2 minutes. We'll be right back.
Blazing fast broadband internet from Valley is now available and better than ever. Let us help you decide which speed is best for you. The 50 meg speed would be sufficient for 1 to 4 devices, mainly emailing and surfing the web. Our 100 meg speed works great for 5 to 8 devices and multiple users streaming and downloading video. If you have 8 devices or more that are simultaneously streaming or gaming, or if you have a medium-sized business, the 250 meg speed would work best for you. For extreme heavy home or work from home use, or if you have a medium to large business using 15 or more devices, you may want to consider our 500 meg download speed to fit your needs. And if you're a home or business that needs it all, we have our 1000 meg, 1 gig broadband internet speed. Call our office today at 437-2615 and talk with one of our staff members to pick the speed that's best for you.
Okay, now we're going to add 2 teaspoons of lemon extract. And a tablespoon of lemon zest. This is about an entire lemon that I've used to get that equivalent. And then we have 3 more eggs. We're going to add them one at a time. And then beat for about 30 seconds after each addition. After this gets done baking, then we're going to make a little bit of a glaze for over the top. We're going to put it in the prepared pan. Beautiful batter, so nice and fluffy. One of those old-fashioned cooks that gets every little bit out of the bowl. Okay, we're going to put it in the oven and let it bake. Is it 50 minutes? Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll clean up and we'll get right back and we'll start working on the bread.
Get 3 months free access on all lines plus a new 4G smartphone for only $4.99 a month. 2 great offers with Valley Cellular. Call Valley today at 437-2615 to take advantage of this great deal.
Okay, we're going to get started on the rosemary quick bread. We have 2 cups of all-purpose flour. To that, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar, a tablespoon of baking powder, teaspoon of salt, 3 teaspoons of garlic powder. Now that would be according to taste, if you want it more garlicky or less, you know. So I'm gonna just do about 2.5. We'll just kind of err on the side of caution there a little. And 3/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. I'm using real grated Parmesan cheese to give it just a little bit of a slummier texture. You can use the Parmesan cheese in the can, that's not a problem. So this will kind of mix together just on low. Okay, so in a separate bowl, we're going to combine a cup of buttermilk, an egg, and a 1/4 cup of canola oil, and we're going to whisk that together. And then add it to our dry goods here. Something banging there. After it's combined, then I'm going to take a tablespoon of freshly chopped rosemary. If you don't have fresh rosemary, I've got the herb garden, so if you don't have fresh rosemary and you're using dried, you will cut it about in half because it's much more concentrated when it's in the powdered form or the dried form. I have a bread pan that I have sprayed with Pam. I think it's a 1.5 quart size, if you want to know that. It smells good already with the garlic powder and the fresh rosemary. I have a little bit of rosemary that I've saved that I'm going to just sprinkle on the top. And then this goes in the oven. It bakes at 350 for 45 minutes. Okay, now if you want a copy of any of these recipes and you don't have internet, give the girls at Valley a call. They'll be happy to get you a copy. If you do have internet, go to the Valley homepage, www.valleytel.net. Click on the Country Cookin' Cow on the side. You'll find all the recipes there. We'll be right back.
Valley is now offering updated digital TV packages and prices. Ask us about the brand new Choice TV package. Call Valley today at 437-2615.
Okay, we're going to start working on our fruit salad. I'm going to make the glaze, and it's very simple. It's a cup of granulated sugar and a cup of water, and then the juice of 1 orange. So I've grated an orange because I need the zest of 1 orange for it also. So I'm just going to squeeze the juice from that orange into my kettle. Get it going here. gonna get a whisk and we'll start it going. Okay, well that starts to cook because we want to cook it and cool it. We'll assemble the salad. This is 2 quarts of fresh strawberries. They say to have them, but the strawberries this spring are so nice and big, and so I've quartered most of them, and sometimes I've had, if they're really big, I've cut them into 6. So we'll pour those in the bowl. This is 4 cups of blueberries that I've washed and tried to catch all the stems. Once in a while you'll still find one. 2 cups of red grapes. These grapes are small, so I did not have them. If they're large, you'll want to cut them in half, like the green grapes. This also is 2 cups. I've cut those in half because they were bigger. So we'll just kind of stir that together. It's a beautiful salad. If you want something for your Easter dinner or something, it's kind of helps you balance out all the other fattening things. That. So we're just going to set that aside and we'll put the dressing on it when everything's done. We also have to make the glaze for the lemon cake, so I'll get started on that. It takes a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar and a 1/4 cup of fresh lemon juice. So here again, we're going to get out our little press, but this one I'm going to press into a bowl because I did notice that there are some seeds in this lemon. So I'm just going to squeeze it into a bowl before I pour it in, just in case I have to strain it. If you don't have a fresh lemon, then you can always use the real lemon. Since this calls for the zest, it's kind of nice to go ahead and use the real lemon. And we'll let that cook until the sugar dissolves. Okay, we've got one thing left. That's the chicken a la king. The chicken a la king, the reason I chose this for one of our recipes, especially this kind of year, is because it uses such normal stuff. You can, you always have, it seems like you always have a pepper, you have a can of mushrooms, grab a jar of pimento, 2 cups of cooked and cubed chicken, and then the nice thing is you can serve it on, I'm going to use noodles today, you can serve it on rice, on mashed potatoes, on biscuits, on toast, whatever you have. So it's a nice quick dish to make, and it has a lot of flexibility. So I'm going to quick do these dishes. We'll get going. I started my water boiling for the noodles. We'll be right back.
Valley Telecommunications, the home team advantage.
I've taken the dressing for the salad off the stove. Right now I'm going to stir in 2 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract. I'm going to whisk that in, and then I'm going to pour it in a container and put it in the refrigerator so it chills before we add it to the fruit. And then I'm going to start on the chicken a la king. I have a 1/2 cup of butter, or you can use margarine if you like. I'm using butter. And to that I'm going to add a 4-ounce can of mushroom stems and pieces, and a small green pepper, that I've chopped. And we're going to cook that till the pepper gets tender. And I started my water boiling as soon as that's boiling. I'm going to start the noodles. And so we're at a little bit of a standstill, so we'll be right back. Okay, my peppers are getting a little tender. So now I'm going to add a half cup of all-purpose flour, a 4th teaspoon of pepper. I actually use a little bit more. I'm going to go about a half because I like things a little pepperier. And a teaspoon of salt. And stir that in until it starts to bubble again. Okay, take it away from the heat and you stir in a teaspoon and a half of instant chicken bouillon, a cup and a half of milk, cup and a fourth of water, put that back on the stove and get that good and hot. This is one of those dishes I remember as a child growing up with our family restaurant, Helen's California Kitchen, and chicken a la king was a dish that my parents and my grandparents served a lot of times for ladies' luncheons. So it's something that you can, do for a lighter lunch, or you can, add the other things like I'm doing with the bread and the fruit, and make it a little bit more of a substantial meal. But it always looks nice because of the red and the green, and you can make a nice presentation, depending on whatever you choose to serve it with. While we wait for that to come to a boil, we'll take a quick break so you don't have to watch me stir.
Net is here. Valley now has higher broadband speeds of up to 1 gigabit. Get the bandwidth you need for all your devices at one time. Gaming with no lag time. Video stream your favorite movies instantly in HD quality. Video chat with friends and family without interruption. Download your favorite music and photos in seconds. All on our 100% fiber optics network. Valley offers managed Wi-Fi and backup services too, bringing together all the services you need. Valley Telecommunications Cooperative.
Okay. I'm going to stir in the 4 ounces of pimento and 2 cups of cooked and cubed chicken. I'm using chicken breast. You can use other parts of the chicken if you like. Now, if you prefer to have your chicken a la king a little bit darker, you can add a little kitchen bouquet to it or something like that. I'm going to leave it just as it is because I like to be able to see the red and the green colors. I'm going to turn that down while we wait for the noodles, and I think the cake and the bread are ready. We're going to let the cake cool in the pan a few minutes before we remove it. We'll dress the salad. That's ready to go. Pretty simple, and it really has a fantastic flavor. That's for the cake. Just waiting for the noodles to boil. We'll be right back. Just about ready. I'm poking holes in the cake with I'm actually using a cake tester. If you want to use a fork or something, you can. This just makes some finer holes. And then I'm going to pour half of the glaze over it right here. We'll let it sit for a few more minutes and let that soak in. The noodles are ready. So let's strain those. I chose the roughly egg noodles because I think they look pretty. You know, they're kind of roughlier. We have a lot going on. Okay, I had a little trouble getting it out of the pan, but it's going to taste good. Normally, you would want to make sure that you cool it the full 15 minutes. I'm trying to hurry so that we can keep on going here. So, I'm going to drizzle the last bit of the glaze on it, and then I have a sugar shaker. I don't know if you have one of these. I just keep it with powdered sugar in it, and it just works so slick. And then you can put the lid on it and put it away, and it's ready for the next time you need it. So, cake. And our fruit salad. There we go. We have our chicken a la king, our pretty fruit salad, our savory rosemary buttermilk quick bread, and our lemon glazed pound cake. Thanks for joining us today on this edition of Country Cookin'. We hope to see you next time.